All right. So, welcome back. We are live. Camera should be on. Oh, great. Um, so today we hit our goal, 1061. Our goal is $10, and we did this through mainly two stocks, SHPH and Pixie. So if I pull those up right now, SHPH, we only had one trade on it, and we made $20 on it, and it was all the way back here. We bought the break of 100. We bought the retest of 100. Let me scroll back here. And so it dipped down. We bought 100 with one share. And I was okay if this went past my daily loss. Like if it was over a $10 loss, I was okay with this because I knew it had potential to squeeze up to like 130, 150 and be like a $30 trade. And so I was fine risking 10 to $20 on this trade. So I was in at 100. Lowest it came down to was 87. So I was down $13 at the most. And then I put my order out at put my profit order out at 120, a limit order at 120 to sell my one share. And what ends up happening is TradeZero at the open, um, all my level 2s just froze. And I looked to check to see if my internet was gone. I checked to see if my TradeZero platform disconnected or anything like that, and everything looked good. So I went over to TradeZero support and messaged them with that. Messaged them. I was doing the text messaging on the TradeZero website as well as I was on the phone with them. So I had the guy who was on chat support. He told me to use a server code. Let me show you what that looks like. I think I can show you. Actually, no, that'll be the login screen. But basically, if I use a server code to connect to TradeZero, apparently it works better. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but the server code he gave me was capital A 01. And so apparently if you put that into the server code, it makes it connect better. Anyways, after I got the server code and I got off the phone with TradeZero, everything started working again. It took about 20 seconds for everything to start kind of like getting all back together, for my charts to load back in and all that. Um, During that time, so it was from 9:30 to 9:35, 9:37-ish area is when I got my trading platform back. And during that time, SHPH had halted up at 108.90. And then during that time, I was freaking out because I couldn't sell, I couldn't trade anything else that was moving up. There was tons of other movers this morning. There was HPCO, which we missed the momentum on, and then we caught it later on, but we weren't able to capitalize. But this was HPCO halting up at 9:34 in the morning, and then halting up again. So we missed those first two halts because we weren't able to trade. So I was getting a little bit upset. I was getting FOMO. Um, is there anything? I know there was another one. Let me go check my scanners for the halt scanner. There was another one that was halting up right at the open. Pixie. Pixie, was that the one? No, that halted up a little bit later. I think it was just HPCO, but I was watching HPCO on my TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim charting, and whole time I was just like on the phone trying to get support to get me to get back in the game. And so yeah, I made $20 on the GCT or not GCT. What was it? SHPH. So when it resumed at 118, my one share got filled at 120 pretty much instantly. And this, I still could not trade. I was still locked out. And so it filled me, pushed up to 26, and then flushed down into a halt down. So I am so glad that I had my order out already, because if I didn't have my order out, I'd be sitting in the halt down at 106. Um, and you don't want to be in a halt down on these kind of stocks. They open way lower. This one didn't. This one opened up high, pushed up, and then came back down. But then, as you can see, this halt was at 947. It didn't resume until 10 minutes later, halted down again, and this thing has just been going down, down, down since. Um, so SHPH is kind of dead now. Maybe it'll rally back in after hours, but who knows? So that was SHPH. That was $20 a profit, which, if you think about it, $20 a profit on that one share versus the $10 that I'm up right now, I technically lost money on the rest of my trades. So if we want to go look at those trades, HPCO, actually JZ first. JZ, it's been selling off all day. I took one stab at it, and I didn't properly size on it. I think I took 40 shares when I should have been only taking 10. And so I added for the break of pre-market highs during pre-market, and then it failed, and then as we got this wick down, I sold out. HPCO. Let's see, so we missed the beginning momentum, and then over here we are trading the halt resumption. I bought at 10 shares, and sold at 10.08. Then I bought again 10.40 for the halt up, which was at 10.74. We get up to 10.64 and flush down. I have to sell that one for a loss. It ended up being a fairly large loss. $7 loss on 10 shares, so almost 70 cents per share. Very big loss on that one. So again, this has to go with my sizing. I wasn't expecting, I don't know why, but I wasn't expecting this kind of volatility. Even though we were getting halts all day long. So it's my mistake for not properly sizing today. And yeah, so today was an experience on small share size, so I'm thankful for that. But overall, we traded mediocre. We gave back profit a lot on all these halting stocks. And we had two decent trades, one on SHPH and then one on GCT, or no, Pixie. One on Pixie, which I guess is almost at high of day again, which is insane. So Pixie, we had one trade here. You can see it's actually at almost high of day right now. Yeah, it's halted at 33.30. High day is 34. So I bought. It had halted up once, then twice, and then on the third resumption, or on the second resumption, I bought the break of 25. I got my one share in. Again with this one share in at 25. It instantly halts up at 26.87. We wait out the resumption timer. It ends up halting at resuming at a weird level, or in time. Usually halts resume every 5-minute period. So after 5 minutes, it'll resume again. If it doesn't resume then, it'll resume at 10 minutes. If it doesn't resume then, it'll resume at 15 minutes. Pixie, though, halted at 9:55. So each timer would be set off at like, let's say it would resume at either 10 on the dot, 10:05, 10:10, but this one resumed at 10:14, not 10:15. So I was once we got past 10:10, I was like, okay, we're in a 15-minute long halt. It's gonna be 20 minutes now. It's supposed to resume at 10:15, but it ended up resuming at 10:14. and it caught a lot of people off guard, and that's why we got that down halt. I think that's why we got that down halt afterward, because no one was ready for the halt to resume. Everyone was waiting, they were watching other things, and the second it resumed, shorts got on it because the longs were all still not watching it, or at least half of them weren't watching it because they had their focus elsewhere because they were like, okay, they're watching the time, it's not going to resume for another minute. Um, I'll pull it up when it's about to resume, and they all got caught off guard, so they had to panic out of their positions, and that caused this down flush. Um, Not sure why it resumed off timer, but it did, and luckily I had it on a side chart so I could see, oh shoot, it started trading. I pulled it back up and marketed it out. I didn't use a limit order on that one. I used market there because I just wanted to be out, make sure I got out before the halt. Um, and so that was Pixie. I made $6 on that trade from 25 to 31. Um, let's see here. Anything else? GCT. We traded GCT a lot, but we got really chopped out on it. We had multiple dollars per or multiple losses, $2 and $3 losses everywhere. We had some decent trades on this way up, on its way up here, and then as it came back down, we had some losers here. This was a halt, and then I didn't hold into the halt. I sold before the halt, and then as it resumed, I bought for a next leg up. It ended up rejecting, and I sold for a small loss, I believe. Let's see, this was at 10.03, and 22, around $22 per share. Let's see here. Sold that for I'm not sure actually. Hmm. 22, 21, 44. Oh, you know what? It looks like I did hold one share into the halt, and then I added, and then I sold both the remaining 2 shares, I think. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So that trade ended up being a small winner because I was actually holding from down here. Um, and then this trade right here, I was looking for a curl back into a halt up. We ended up getting that, but a lot later. So I had to bail out of this position as it came back down towards VWAP. I took another stab here on the break of 2160, 2170 for the break back over 21. Ends up hitting 2098 and then failing to get back over 21, so I had to cut that. Lots of paper cuts that ended up being not so paper cuts. They were pretty decent sized losses, like $2 to $3 each. And those are not paper cuts. Paper cuts are like 50 cents to a dollar, $2 with this share size. Here we went in as we were breaking over 2050 to look for the break back over 21. We did get the break of 21. I should have added at the 21 level. I didn't add. I think it broke over too fast. So I ended up selling, adding back, and then selling at the break of 2150. Here, another small scalp, and then we missed the high a day push. So after that, we got one more dip trade. Perfect dip here, caught the bottom, sold the rip. And then that was it for GCT. I ended up being slightly red on this stock, even with all those wins right here, and with all the wins right here. These few trades right here ended up costing me. So GCT I'm a little bit red on, about 40 cents red. And then if there's anything, no, that's about it for today. I had Pixie as one of my big winners. SHPH was the main big winner. GCT we traded it a lot, but no success. Um, JZ we just sized in too much and got a big loss before market open. So that's about it for today. I will see you all tomorrow. Hopefully we can have another green day to keep this week fully green. We're on a 4-day streak right now ever since doing our trade review this weekend. Um, Changing our style up to cut losses faster has really been beneficial. Even though our accuracy is down, our profit loss ratio is up, and um, I think it's better for us in the long run to be cutting those losses because as we size up, the losses are going to get bigger. But if I'm already used to cutting them like this and making it no big deal, then it won't be a big deal if I take a $10, $20, $30 loss when I'm sizing up to $100 days. Alright, so I'm going to be heading out here. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching.